Have you ever wondered how global companies like Amazon, Nike, or Coca-Cola manage millions of customers, process payments in different currencies, and support thousands of employees across the world without everything falling into chaos? The answer is Salesforce. But before you can build automations, create reports, or manage customer relationships, you first need to configure the foundation of your Salesforce organization. In this video, we will take a brand new Salesforce org and transform it into a fully functioning business environment by setting up some of the most important company settings every Salesforce administrator should know. Let's get started. Before we begin configuring Salesforce, let's understand what we will be setting up today. Think of Salesforce as your company's digital headquarters. Just like a real office needs working hours, financial rules, holidays, and employees before it can operate efficiently, Salesforce also needs these foundation settings. We will cover multi-currency, corporate currency, business hours, holidays, and user management. For each topic, I will explain the concept and then show you how to configure it inside Salesforce. Let's start with multi-currency. Imagine your company sells products in the United States, Germany, and Japan. Your customers won't all pay in the same currency. Some will pay in US dollars, others in euros, and some in Japanese yen. Without multi-currency, your sales team would have to manually convert every deal before preparing reports, which is time-consuming and prone to mistakes. By enabling multi-currency, Salesforce allows users to work in different currencies, while automatically converting those values into your company's corporate currency for reporting and forecasting. One important thing to remember is that enabling multi-currency is a permanent decision. Once you activate it and save the changes, Salesforce does not allow you to disable it. So in a production organization, this feature should always be enabled after careful planning. Now let's configure it inside Salesforce. Click the settings icon, select Setup. In the Quick Find search box, search for company information and open it. Click Edit. Here, enter the security contact name. Along with the email address and phone number. You can also update the primary contact information if required. Next, scroll down to the Currency Settings section and enable Activate Multiple Currencies. Remember that this action cannot be reversed. Open Currency Setup. Select the currency you want to use as your organization's primary currency and click Save. Let's understand corporate currency. Even though user can work with multiple currencies, every organization still needs one primary currency for financial reporting. This is known as corporate currency. Think of it as the company's financial home base. Whenever Salesforce generates reports or dashboards, values from different currencies are converted into the corporate currency. So management can analyze business performance using a single standard. If you need to change the corporate currency, open Currency Setup and click Change Corporate Currency. Select the currency you want to use as your organization's primary currency and click Save. Salesforce will now use this currency as the default reporting currency across your organization. Next, let's configure business hours. Business hours tell Salesforce when your organization is officially open for business. This becomes especially important for customer support. For example, if a customer creates a support case at 2 o'clock in the morning, Salesforce should not immediately start counting your response time because your office is closed. Business hours ensure that service level agreements and response timers only run during your actual working hours. Enter a meaningful name. Select Use these business hours as the default. Mark the record as active. Choose the appropriate time zone. If a customer creates a support case at 2 o'clock in the morning, Salesforce should not immediately start counting your response time. Finally, click Save. Every organization observes holidays such as Christmas, New Year, or national holidays. Even if these holidays fall on a weekday, employees are not expected to work. By configuring holidays, Salesforce automatically pauses business hour calculations. So service level agreements, SLAs, remain accurate. To create a holiday, search for Holiday in Setup and open it. Click New. Enter the holiday name. And an optional description. Either choose all day or specific the start and end time if it's not a partial day holiday. Finally, click Save. A Salesforce organization isn't useful without users. Every employee who needs access to Salesforce must have their own user account. Each user receives a unique login along with permissions that determine what they can view, create, edit, or delete within the system. To create a new user, search for Users in Setup and open it. Click New User. Enter the first name, last name, and unique alias. Next, provide the email address. Notice that Salesforce automatically generates the username and nickname. Remember. Finally, enter the company name. Remember, the username acts as a login credential for that user and must always be unique across all Salesforce organizations. Finally, enter the company name and the appropriate user license role, and once everything is complete, click Save. Your first Salesforce user has now been created successfully. Congratulations! You have now configured the core company setting that every Salesforce organization needs before user begins working. You enabled multi-currency, configured the corporate currency-defined business hours, created holidays, and added your first user. These settings may seem simple, but they form the foundation for reporting, security, automation, and customer support throughout Salesforce.